It's Skulldugger from Guys Nights. We just came out of Moonlight. Nominated film. It was actually pretty good. Kid growing up in the ghetto, I guess like late 1980s. Somewhere in the 80s where crack is like big, but he's like out in, I guess Florida, that's where he's from.
White lines.
Whatever. But yeah, he has a charge on him growing up. His mother's on crack. Freaking dad's gone. Like dad, I don't know what happened to father. We just know he's not with them. He's bullied in school constantly throughout his whole career, like life in school. I don't know, it was a really great movie, colorful representation. They kept going back to the ocean type deal. He does deal with like homosexual qualities, but earlier in the kid, they try to teach him like, you'll know when these things that these kids keep teasing you about, like later on when you become of age. So it doesn't worry about it. But yeah, when he's in teenage school life, he's heckled and whatnot. But then he bands up and like takes charge, and then next thing you know, he's adulthood. He's just like his idol, but that dude did. But he looks like a son figure of him, which is weird. But it's like now he's hard, but he still has that in the closet type feelings for like the opposite, well, the same sex. But yeah, it was a really great movie. I give it 3.5.
Sean here. We just saw Moonlight, and I gotta say, not all that hyped up to what it is. I give it a 3. The movie itself, I like the dialogue in the beginning and the middle. Fell a little flat at the end. I do like dude from Luke Cage, plays Cottonmouth. He was a good character. I liked him as the mentor and like teaching the little boy Chiron when he was a kid how to swim and kind of look out for him. Kind of be the father figure that he needed when his mom is on crack and everything. And like there was one powerful scene I have to say is when Chiron, when he's a kid, he comes over to dude's house, talks to him and trying to figure out things. He's like, what does faggot mean? And he's trying to figure out, is he gay? And then he talks about his mom being on drugs, and it's like a moment, and when he comes to the realization, like, do you sell my mom drugs? And the only thing the guy can really say is yeah, and just put his head down.
This kid comes home with strangers, just out of nowhere, out of crack houses.
Okay, well, those strangers were basically his new parents,
Pretty much.
his adoptive parents. He needed those people, and they looked out for him. Even when the character Juan dies, it's like Teresa's still helping Chiron out, even as a teenager. So.
I was about to say, speaking of Teresa, Janelle, she's got it. Oh my gosh. I was about to say, I'll try not to wet dream myself about Teresa. But overall, the movie itself, I enjoyed it. It was, for more or less, like, it was okay. I like the fact that it was about a homosexual that's African American. It's a very unique blend that we haven't seen in a movie. However, I feel like the generic story and the flow of it is something that has been recycled a bunch of times. We've seen this plot before, and while the movie it was going well, the moment that it got into his adulthood, I really wish that we had that transition of where we see like how the character changes, because there's a major gap in where he's this very subtle, timid teenager as opposed to his adulthood where he's, pretty much like the thug of the street, and I feel like we really missed that chunk and transition. If that was explored more, it would have been a bit better. Also, I feel like the last 30 minutes drags out a bit with the recurring character of his love interest, Kevin. So overall, I'm going to give it 3 out of 4 stars.
We're out of here. We're out of here. Yeah. We're going home.
And where did you get an umbrella from?
I found it behind the trash can over there. You should go to Lost and Found, but it's a pretty nice umbrella.
You lit